Doing a little of Neo 2 flight. Every time I want to fly this thing, I'm thinking of Avata 2. I want to say that, but it's a Neo 2. And some people were asking me about the ND filters, and these ND filters they're magnetic, and they are magnetically held on by that ring, and you actually glue that ring on. So it's very interesting, a very interesting process. But they do snap on, and they work. So all right, so we're ready to fly. I'm gonna go manual, and I'm gonna go flying all the way out to the. I'm going to be flying all the way out to the cave. So, all right. Hopefully you can hear all that because I was holding the mic weird. So, all right. Anyway, we're going to do a manual flight all the way out. All right. So, and we will take off in manual. We won't transition from manual. If I act a little weird, I've got somebody that's parked next to me, and I think they actually live in that car. So they've been here every time I've been here, and it's been 2 weeks. So anyway, just so you know why I'm acting a little strange. So, and they keep coming out with their dog. All right. All right. So, all right. Anyway, well, looks good. Image looks great. Let's go ahead and get motor started, and if I fly around here a little bit, it's because I'm making sure I'm not going to be accosted. All right. Oh, looks great. So we're going to head out. One of the questions that was asked me is said, are you going to do any range? And this is about as much of range as I do at these days. It's important to kind of get the range stuff to a minimum, unless you absolutely have to. So, and the wind is not too bad today. So I'm gonna actually move my, yeah, there we go. I gotta move up to about 18, 20 degrees. There we go. So we don't have to be so high, and then we can, there we go. Yeah, 25 miles an hour is good. I look at the speed. This is about 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers, 4 to 5,000 feet. And it still looks pretty good out here. I think the video looks great. One of the people asked, one of the questions I got asked is about why is the video so good? Well, it's 1080p. I mean, that's why you want to fly with this platform, is you want that 1080p feed. So I don't want to rush too much here. I'm keeping really, everything looks pretty good. The wind there's definitely a breeze, and I didn't fly yesterday because of the wind. I feel like I'm being moved by the wind a little bit going this direction. I really can't tell until there we go. There's the cave is right here. So I just flew over it. So I'm going to go a little bit further than the cave and then just swing around. Getting a little bit of yellow in the video. 68%. There it is. There's the cave right there. Gives you an idea about the amount of interference, but. Yeah, so I'm just going to swing around this stuff. I don't want to. I want to get some great video of these rocks because they're so pretty this time of the day. They're all lit up. little bit of orange, a little bit of signal drop. I'm not too concerned about that, but looks like everything is going really well. I feel like the wind is really not going to affect anything about this flight. About 59%. Took about 20% to get here, and I'm working my way back. So, so this drone versus other drones. This is the reason why I like this one, because I've got options. So, for example, I could switch out to a controller. I could easily switch to a controller, and that would, I have that option. I can switch to, it says return home, 50%. So it's giving me a low battery return with 49%. So I'm gonna follow instructions. It's telling me, hey, don't dink around any longer, which I'm gonna do. What I've learned is that any kind of suggestions you get on the drone, they're worth listening to. I was actually thinking about going up the hill there, and I'm glad I didn't. But the way I'm moving along the ground, we're at 5 minutes into the flight. It is cold today, so it's colder. And we're gonna go uphill here. So once again, every time we stay high and we drop low, it's just a good battery management strategy. You know, working high ground to low ground. Oh, it looks great. I love it when the ground is green like this. So this should look really good. And I'm going to put this through gyro flow. Would I have better battery management if I used a controller? Question. Answer is yes. If I were to use a standard controller, I would get much better battery management. Go up to the hill, and then we're going to work our way down. So 31%. That'll give us plenty of time to work this little ridge here. No flips, no flops. Just cruising. With the Neo 1, I was able to do this flight and come back, and maybe do one turn. With the Neo 2, I'm allowed to do a little bit more. And once again, I'm on my way back downhill, 26%. And it should be pretty good for landing and for recovery. So we'll get close to home here, and then we'll flop it into there we go. There's the car I'm telling you about right there. And yes, it is unfortunate if that person's living there, which I think they are. So we're going to go ahead, and we're going back into manual. And I'm just going to go and set it in front of me and then recover the drone. All right. There we go. We are back home. And let's bring it this way. We're definitely in recovery mode here. And it's got we've got red lights. But that was not too bad. Let's see, what are we at? It says video time. Doesn't have it up there. I thought it would be up there. So, all right, dead random. Flying the DJI Neo 2. Let's get the battery out of there. But it's cold today. I did warm up the batteries in my pocket before I took off, couple of things I would think about while you were going to get ready for a flight like that. Cold weather is going to really decrease your battery life. I was able to fly a lot longer several days ago. Right now we're about 60 degrees maybe at the tops. I still haven't flown with the N3 goggles yet. I'll get there. If you notice, I was getting orange breakup at about 5,000 feet. Or about 5,000 feet. So that is well noted, and I always make sure that in the video I talk about some of the numbers that I'm seeing. I believe my flight was no more than maybe 7 minutes max. And be interesting to see how that footage looks, because I did get a little bit of I've got some questions about the lens flare I was getting, but to me, quality of ND filters is always going to be a little bit lower on these fun products like this. So I can imagine they're not the highest quality, but they're made by Freewell, so I'm guessing that they're as good as can be for this type of product, and I'm really happy. I think I didn't really see a lot of flaring. I don't know. You'll notice in the video if there is a lot of flaring, but what a great flight. It's so easy to just to do this with. I mean, you literally can just, take it out of the bag and throw it in the air and then, recover it and then go about your business. It's just one of the great qualities of the Neo 2 is the fact that it's just so easy to operate. For example, we can go ahead and let's just go ahead and throw it in the air one more time. Let's do a like a droney or something like that. All right. Okay, droney, start.
3, 2,
there we go. Reset.
1.
There we go. Let's let it do its thing. There it goes. So it's doing its droney for us. It is a little bit windy today. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure things were working. And then it's coming back for us. All right. Nice. I want to use that. I want to use that in this video. So, all right. Anyway, dead random for the Neo 2. Yeah, this not without bugs. We're going to get bugs. Everything has bugs. It's just part of the game. And to me, that's just a little thing. So, all right. Everything's good though. I did have a hard crash, but not today. Everything seems good. Everything's intact, and I do expect that this could possibly or potentially have an issue when you have that ND filter on there. So everything looks good though. All right, dead random. For the DJI Neo 2, and we're flying with the controller and goggles 3. So, all right, have a great one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget about this thing. This is like one of the greatest drones available right now, and the key is getting a hold of it. And the price keeps going down, and down and down. All right, but for Dad Random, Neo 2, get one. Yes, it's worth it, and yes, you can fly far with it. Probably I just hit the max right here, and I wouldn't have gone any further. There's really no amount of distance further than I would have gone today. All right, Dad Random.